Hello friends, happy Friday, congratulations, you've almost made it through another work week. Thanks for joining me in the Golden Tee Lounge. I'm Kevin Lindsay. Let's take a look at this week's Freaky Friday Daily Contest. $2,600 in the prize pool. It is our winter vacation, getting us away from the snow and cold that a lot of us, especially us in the Midwest, although, knock on wood, we honestly haven't had a lot of snow. I probably just jinxed it. Sorry in advance, but still pretty cold out there for January. But this is our little vacation away from the snow and getting us to tropical, warm, sunny Golden Tee locations. $429 top prize. Play as many times as you want from 9 a.m. this morning all the way until 8:59 a.m. Central Time Saturday morning. Play as many times as you want. Same conditions, same pins, tees, wins, all of that, for your chance to win part of that prize pool. Kicking things off here with Palm Springs, hole number 7. This is a favorite of mine, a nice short par 4. A little bit of a different tee box, at least that I've seen in a while. So used to being right behind that building. But every hole is going to be at least an eagle opportunity, if I remember correctly. And I think it honestly has a lot of favorites you might not have seen in a long time. Cape Haven 18 being specifically one of them. Probably going to regret hitting backspin on this up 11 green slope, but it's Friday. We're going for it. You've got a massive green to work with, and so look at that. It's just going to come right back in, close to the hole. Because you're going to have a massive down and right slope most likely, make sure to always putt back to the sea. It just helps prevent a rollover, makes the ball roll a little bit slower, and tries to prevent any issues from happening. Feel bad for this hole being included, but this is a fun one. Royal Cove number 9. This is, to me, much better than Royal Cove 17. Even though that's a drivable par 5, it is still a really tough hole. I feel like there used to be some kind of shot that you could get over this way, but maybe I'm just dreaming that. This one's tough. You've got a wind blowing to the right, although only 4 miles an hour, but that pin is tucked in the top left corner. So you can try to skip this over, or you can just hit a nice high T5 wood, which is what I'm going to try. Keyword being try, because I don't know if it's going to successfully work. That looks pretty reasonable. Now, you may end up with a long putt here. But look at that. 2 in a row for my putting ability on a Friday. Can't get much better than that. As we go to Coral Ridge, hole 13. This one's an interesting one. I don't normally low tee a 6-wood, but you kind of want to get in between these trees here. I could low tee a 5-wood, but then I'm going to have to cut the distance down on that. So we're going to just see what happens here. Somehow barely missing the tree branches. That's 2 days in a row. Should have probably landed in the water, let's be very honest. But as you're seeing this video, probably around your lunchtime, make sure you get a hold of your buddies, grab the wife and kids, take them out to dinner, whatever you got to do to find a PGA Tour that is updated to 2022 or a Golden Tee Live that is updated to 2022 and get in this contest. Now, this hole is Sunnywood number 12. This is another hole that I would say we almost kind of sleep on. It does not get the recognition it deserves. It's not a very easy drivable par 4, but this is one of those holes that with golden tees makes this hole that much more fun. Honestly, you can probably do a little bit of a C 2.5 through the gap here, or if you want to get crazy, do a 0 hybrid, probably Eddie G style, around the tree to my right. I'm just going to go ahead. Do I even need... This is actually a really good setup. I don't even know if I need a low tee. We're just going to go ahead. See? Okay, and that's why you need the low tee, is to get through and under those trees. Again, not a big deal. This is just game 1, and because we can play as many times as we want, now I know for sure go low tee there. Sunnywood is not a course that you probably play too often unless you're playing in invites, and that is a good example as to why you probably want to play more than one game in the daily contest. Jamaica Bay 15. This one, pins tucked in a little bit in the left-hand corner, wind's blowing out to the right, pretty straightforward. It's offset a bit, but you don't have to worry too much. Should have a pretty easy eagle opportunity there. We get to Tahitico 13. I've grown to love this hole over the years. Again, not a super straight gimme par 4, but now that there's golden tees, this is a lot more fun to go after. And the distance on this setup's only 329, so it's not too bad. And that's going to actually get damn close. Whew! We'll happily take the great shot points there. 9.5 degree driver. Not really hard there, but again, if you haven't played in a while or you haven't played in a prize play contest or daily contest, may take some finessing. Perfect hole to go after. Hole 8, Pelican Grove 15. Now you're probably thinking, damn, this is a really tough setup. How could you do this to us, Kevin? Well, first off, I don't choose the conditions. I can't tell you where the pins and the tees are going to be, so blame ITNet for that. But I like this hole as a much better option compared to Pelican 18. Trying to debate if I should go. I'm going to go low T5 wood. I don't know. Oh, come on. That actually... Alright, so it's my own fault for trying that, but honestly, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that was honestly past the tree. That's alright, though. See if we can jam a 5 hybrid in there. Not really jam it, but that's okay. Take the par, and if we play again sometime, that is going to be a hole that maybe we go far left around and hope for the best. Hold on one sec. Excuse me. But at least that time I remembered to turn my mic off so you guys didn't hear me sneezing. As we get to hole 9, Tropical Falls, number 10. Again, this is a hole that doesn't get as much love compared to other Tropical Falls holes, and I just love how this sets up a lot of the time. And same thing here. You could take a 10.5 degree driver with bite. You could probably take a 9.5 degree driver, but I like the height that you get. Hell, you could probably even hit a 3-wood there. But I recommend getting a little bit more height going into that hole than trying to come in low. Hole 10, Volcano Palms, number 4. Little 3-wood action around the trees. Of course, today's going to be the day where I get some GSPs, but will I actually be able to get anything to drop? It's a great question. No idea. Now we get to Sandy Reef 15. This is another fun one. Does not get as much love as it probably should. Is this a drivable par 4? No. Can it be? Yes. Is this the setup for it? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on the golf ball you're using. If this wind was blowing to the right, this would be a perfect chance to hit a spinny driver. I'm actually just going to go ahead and crush a 10.5 degree driver. I don't know if the 10.5 will get over there. It's been a while since I've tried this shot, and I feel like I would lose too much distance on the 3-wood. So, let's try it. Oh, hell yeah, the 10.5 degree driver gets there. That might even go in the hole. Well, maybe not, but easily, if I can do that, and this is my first time seeing the setup today, because I try to give you guys as genuine a look as possible, and I usually don't re-record my videos unless it's extremely atrocious. That actually feels, that setup is pretty damn good. This setup, hole 12, which is Cat Beach, number 11, not as fun because you don't have a direct line of sight at the green there, and your best bet is going to be to lay up, at least in my opinion, until somebody proves me wrong, which hopefully it happens, is just lay up so you have a direct line of sight at the hole. In this case, we're going to take a little 3 hybrid bite. Well, that actually feels really damn good, and we're going to go right at it. Oh! Not sure there's a way. I mean, you could try to get into that little gap behind the rocks. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. Oh, man. Now, this is one of those scenarios that I wish I could have picked the tee box, because I would have loved to have hole 13, which is Bayou Bay 14, have the tee box over there because, man, oh man, is this is a, wow. This is a tough one. I don't have a lot of good insight here. No, that was not even close. That was not what I envisioned in my head, and that's pretty awful. And the worst part about it is when you get wet, you're going to get dropped up here. Good luck. You've got an 11-mile-an-hour wind, which will hopefully help. At least, when I say help you save par, I guess. It's a tough one. That is not what I was envisioning when we put this course together, or when we played through this course. Hole 14, Calypso Key 11, another classic that does not get as much love. Long distance, 368 here. Gonna just go ahead and casually hit a 9.5-degree driver. I don't want to crush this. What I really want to do is exactly this. Bounce it off of the fairway and then use these rocks to get a gentle kick down. Now, frankly, that kick, that second kick could have been a lot worse. Thankfully, I hit the bottom of it and hit the sand, and it slowed me down. Just be careful of that when you're trying to tackle this hole. Ideally, you hit the fairway, and then it hits the green, because if you hit that rock, good chance, if you don't catch sand like I did, you're going to get wet. So just be careful there. But again, another fun hole that does not get a lot of love in some of these events and Freaky Fridays. Sparkling Waters 14. Nice little 3-wood setup here. Wind blowing towards the pin. Expect to see a couple of hole-in-ones on this. Man, if I had bite, that would have been a little juicier. But Eagle is the name of the game in this week's Freaky Friday. Again, getting away from the snow and the cold that a lot of us are going through. And then we get to hole 16, which is Pine Coast number 10. Not a bad setup here. I'm going to high tee a driver. I kind of like that the wind, wish it was blowing a little bit farther right, but I like that that pin is tucked in the corner. Feels a little bit easier going at it like this. That might actually go in. Come on! We're on fire-ish today. God, can I putt this? I really don't want to chip this, but I also don't want to screw up a double eagle. So we're going to just go with what we know. Would have rather putted in for double eagle, but the fact that that hole sets up so nicely, I expect to see a handful of Super Albatrosses sent into the SOTW at itsgames.com email, vying for those top spots, a shots of the week. All right, hole 17, Bahia 14. Not a bad look, not a great look. If this wind was blowing left, it would be a lot more enjoyable, but instead we're going to try to hit our 3-wood, and I don't think we hit that hard enough. Oh, wow. Thank you, Golden Tee Gods, for somehow giving me a good enough angle off of that sand and rock to putt in for eagle. I'm just going to, yeah. All right. And then we get to hole 18, which is Once Cocos 18. Again, this is the new tees, or quote-unquote new tees of last year's courses. This is actually nice. 13-mile-an-hour wind in your face. Would have preferred a little bit left. But I'm just going to hit a 10.5-degree driver with bite. We're going to try to avoid hitting the rocks. I just want to avoid the trees here. And I just want to casually, I say casually, nope, hit the rock. Maybe this actually works out. Damn it. Maybe one of my better games in a long time. We were pretty close on a lot of shots that I would not have expected off the tee to get. But there is your winter vacation preview. This week's $2,600 prize pool Freaky Friday daily contest. $429 top prize. GoldenTee.com/locations. Find an updated PGA Tour or Golden Tee live game near you. Play as many times as you want until 9 a.m. Saturday morning. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time.